Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Miss.
Please take your seat. Thank you. So it's 9 a.m. now. Does everyone present?
Miss Rika, Jennifer are not able to come today because she's not feeling well.
Oh, I see. Please tell my well wishes to her, and please tell her whatever we discuss in this meeting.
Okay, sure, Miss.
Let's look at our last meeting list. Does everybody have a copy?
Yes.
Yes, I circulated the minutes to everyone yesterday.
Okay, that's good. I hope they all went through the minutes earlier. Are there any changes that had to be made?
Miss Rika, I think the duration of project is wrong. We have discussed that it should be 1 year, right?
Yeah, you are right, Miss Siva. Please take note.
Okay, Miss.
So, is there anything else?
No.
Okay, no, I will sign the minutes. Let's proceed in today's meeting. What are the matters to bring up?
Miss Rika, shall we discuss about interior design? I have some idea on it.
Okay, please proceed.
I have prepared some can show it.
Okay, please.
This is a Pandora interior design that represent a four-season concept. This is show about represent a real three-in-one restaurant. This is represent the autumn season to let customer to feel about real season in restaurant or in our country. This is a summer season. This is a spring season, and this is to let customer feel about fresh, the real nature, because they show a green. And then this one is okay. This Pandora interior design is only the renovation cost is only 500,000. And then this Oxford interior design, they represent a Western concept and gorgeous concept. This is a one box concept in one let family to spend a time together and then can communicate with each other. And then this is the art in outside the restaurant to let customer feel about in a real Paris. This one is also the Western concept. This cost is around 900,000. According my research, I will choose a Pandora interior design because they represent very unique, very special concept. Because in our Malaysia, in our country, we never represent the four season concept in our country. So I think this one is very special concept and idea.
This is good presentation, Mr. Chi. Okay, now I'd like to ask Mr. Ong and Miss Siva, do you all have any opinion on this presentation? Yes, presentation, Mr. Chi. Now I'd like to ask Mr. Ong and Miss Siva, do you all have any opinion on the presentation?
Miss Rika, I think we still have to improve the interior design in company Pandora.
Why company Pandora design must be improved, Mr. Ong?
The cost is too low, but the design is too simple.
Mr. Ong, for your information, the client will not accept proposal if the interior design costs a lot. Because our project itself already costs a lot on the hardware, robot, and the machine. We must reduce the interior design cost.
Okay, I agree with her. Miss Reka, now shall we talk about for choosing server and application? I have some idea on it.
Okay, Mr. Ong, please share your idea with us.
For the server, we can choose the Oracle as our server, and because Oracle is the top three best in the world, costs about 100,000. For the application, we can install some games such as Angry Bird, Temple Run. So while the customer waiting for their food, they can enjoy for their games.
Mr. Ong, why your server is so expensive?
We must provide a good server. It's in good quality and can last longer.
Do you not already plan a budget?
Yes, but we can make any changes on it.
Actually, what Sachi say is correct. The cost is very expensive, and we also have to spend in other courses. For our project, we're using robot from US, so we need to spend more cost for that. And Mr. Hong, can we have other server in good quality in lower price?
Do you think it's possible?
Okay, everyone, please calm down. What Mr. Ong say is correct. Okay, we need a good server and it must be in good quality so that it can last longer. But we can make some changes on our budget, right? Am I right, Sachi?
I think can.
I think can.
I think can. Because the server is so expensive. It's around 100,000, right? If reduce another cost like the software, the games software and the hardware, it cannot get a good quality from the hardware.
That's the problem as well.
Yeah.
So maybe we can reduce in the small expenses like games. We also can download free games and install it.
Okay, but then it's very little, right? When
Yeah,
we
it's
reduce-
only very
yeah,
little.
We can't recover our server price actually.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Ong, can you look for other servers?
I think
Any suggestion for not only Oracle server, got another server?
maybe I still need to do some research on that.
By the way, we can still consider our budget actually. If let's say we can reduce some price on hardware or furniture, then we can recover the server price.
I think furniture that I can discuss with the Pandora interior design. They can help us to reduce about the furniture cost, and the renovation also can. I try to get to negotiate to them.
Yeah, it's a good idea actually, Sachi. So now we can purchase a server with good quality, even though it's have a high price, and we can recover the budget actually. Okay, it's a good idea actually. As we know, we already settled the matters to bring up according to our agenda. Now we can discuss about the ways to implement this project. In last meeting, we already discussed some ways and you all give a lot of suggestion. So I think you all made many research on what you have suggest. Now I'd like to ask about the table. As we know, the table is very expensive, but we asked our Mr. Ong to do some research on it. Can you please share some ideas about the table with us?
Yes, I have done some research. I chose the table because the customer can choose what they want to eat, and it's user friendly to them. Besides, this table is made from the tempered glass, and it can support hard metal such as spoon, fork, plate, and so on. And the glass is not easy to break. That's why the cost is more higher than others.
I see. What about like if the customers accidentally spill some hot soup or water on the table? Does it give any effect to the table?
I think no, because it also have the water resistant. So when the customer spill some water on it, it will not affect on it.
I see. Even it's very attractive, right? When you have something like table, we can eat on it and we can play games on
Yeah.
it. Yeah, and customer will like it actually. So it's a good, very good. It's give good image for the RNS restaurant actually. Okay. That's all for the table.
May I ask about the temper table? It came from which company, which country?
It's from Germany.
Is this cost a lot?
Yeah, it costs about 5,000 per unit.
Oh, I see.
Even though it's expensive, it's nice.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a
a
good
good
nice.
quality and have more facilities for it.
Okay. I will change the budget for the plan.
Last meeting, Ms. Chi has suggested to use Cure machine for payment purpose. As I know, it's quite expensive, right, Ms. Chi?
Yeah.
And I asked you to do some research on it. Can you share what you have? What you have researched with us?
Sure. The cash machine is import from Germany. Is the cost about 4,000 per unit. So I decide to buy 2 unit for per restaurant. So the cash machine will use the cash or the credit card or the member card. In the member card, we'll put in the one chip to detect about the security for the payment. So when you purchase, you straightly when you order the food in the table at the table, we go to the kiosk machine to pay.
Wow. But the rest for two machine for per restaurant is that is it?
I, it's very enough because the cash machine is very efficiency in the world because this company is the best of the world.
Best in the world, is it?
Yeah.
So during peak hour, they still can.
Yeah, still can afford.
Because now the current problem, the R&S restaurant having this problem during peak hour, they can't meet the demand actually. So by implementing our project, maybe they can meet the demand more than the demand actually.
Yeah, more
so they
than
can, right? So it's not a big problem. They
Yeah,
won't
not
make
the
any
big
cost. Okay, then it's a good suggestion, and I think we can consider Cure machine to be used in the payment purpose. Okay, that's a good thing. Based on our agenda, now we should talk about discuss about training section actually. So does anyone have idea on training section?
Miss Rekha, I have go through some research on the training section.
Good. Miss Siva, can you share your idea with us?
Yes, sure. Training session is very important to the kitchen staff because the software we're going to implement, it's very new to them. And currently the restaurant using the manual system. So the staff don't have any experience to use the software or systems. So at least we 3 months we need to give training to the staff. Then only the staff can cope up or operate the software.
Okay, I agree with you, Miss Siva. And do you read any research on trainer?
Yes, Miss Rekha. I suggest to use back our whole trainer, which is Mr. Daniel. And he is our previous project trainer and he have 10 years experience in the training industry and the previous client also appreciate his work and our company also for giving such as like this trainer.
I agree with Shira because the previous time I pretend the Mr. Daniel the training section, I think he will very good become the trainer.
How about you, Mr. Hong?
Oh, I like your idea too. I think we can go for it.
That's good. Even I also think it's a good idea. So we can appoint Mr. Daniel for our training section.
Okay, Miss Rekha, then I will talk to Mr. Daniel to arrange the time and schedule all this.
Okay, that's good. Okay, the next thing we should discuss is about budgeting. Okay, it's very important for this implementation. As what in last meeting, Miss Chi said she want to prepare the budget and show it in next meeting. So now the meeting. So Miss, are you ready to
Yeah.
show the budget to us?
Sure, I already planned the budget, so I now show with yours. Okay, this one is the budget do before. Okay,
This one is the staff salary around 10,000, and then renovation is 500,000, and then software is total around 30,000, and then hardware is 455,000, and then furniture is take a lot of the cost because I will decide to bring if do the 4 season concept. The furniture will bring a lot for the 4 season like the spring, autumn, summer, and then the winter. So will cost a lot. So plan around the budget around 780,000, and then the training is around 10,000 only. So around the server, I think must change a bit a low quality. It cannot take around the Oracle server because it's too high.
Yeah, just now you mentioned you will discuss with Pandora company,
Yeah,
right?
I know.
Yeah, you try to discuss with them. If they say they can't change, or that means we have to look for other services. So we got no.
Well, otherwise we can reduce the hardware expenses or the renovation expenses.
Yeah, but then we have tables. It costs too high, right?
Yeah, actually the temple table is sort of furniture inside the furniture.
Inside the
Yeah.
furniture. I
So
see.
under the furniture.
Yeah, because it's a table, so we don't need the table.
Yeah, the total cost is around 1.8 million. If add around the server, the Oracle server is over budget. It's more than 2 million. Yeah.
So I think maybe we can go for it and discuss with company Pandora first. Okay, then we can make some decision.
Maybe I can ask the Mr. Daniel to reduce the cost for the training. Since he is our whole client, so maybe he will help us to reduce the costs.
Yeah, can.
That's good work, Sachi. Maybe we can adjust something on the budget.
Okay, I will adjust it.
Now, according to our agenda, now we already done many parts. Now I would like to ask, do you have any other ideas for this project?
No.
So that's all, is it?
Yeah.
So I think we can send our proposal to our client, RNS Restaurant, our new client. Okay. So that's all for this meeting. Now I'd like to ask about next meeting. Okay, next meeting I think I suggest 1st July at 2 p.m. and in the same venue. Does everyone agree with this?
Yes.
I agree.
Okay, I think that's all for this meeting. Thanks for coming. I will meet you on the next meeting.
Yes, thank you.
Miss Reka.
Thank you.